Have you noticed that the same glass of milk you've been drinking for decades now leaves you feeling bloated, tired, or even achy in your joints? What if I told you that certain types of milk sitting in your fridge right now could be quietly sabotaging your bone health, spiking your inflammation levels, and even interfering with the medications you're taking every single day? Here's what most people over 60 don't realize: your body's relationship with milk has fundamentally changed, and drinking the wrong type isn't just uncomfortable, it could be stealing years from your active, independent life. I'm talking about accelerated bone loss, digestive problems that keep you close to home, energy levels that never seem to recover, and inflammation that makes every movement a reminder of your age. The truth is 99% of seniors are making critical mistakes with their milk choices, and the food industry isn't exactly rushing to tell you which ones are working against your body after 60. But here's what gets really interesting. While 5 common types of milk are absolutely terrible for your aging body, there are 5 others that can actually help reverse some of these issues, support your bone density, calm inflammation, and give you back that steady energy you remember having. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly which milk is draining your vitality and which ones could add quality years back to your life. Stay with me because what I'm about to reveal might completely change your morning routine. Let's talk about why this even matters. Because as I know, what you're thinking, you've been drinking milk your whole life without problems. So why should you worry now? Here's the reality that changes everything. Around age 60, your body goes through some major shifts that nobody really prepares you for. Your stomach starts producing less lactase, which is the enzyme that breaks down milk sugar. And this happens to almost everyone as they age, not just people who were lactose intolerant when they were younger. Your gut lining becomes more sensitive to certain proteins and additives that never bothered you before. Your calcium absorption rate drops significantly, which means you're not getting the bone benefit you think you're getting from regular milk. Even your metabolism slows down, making it harder to process the sugars and fats in milk the way you used to. And here's the part that catches most people off guard. Certain types of milk can actually trigger low grade inflammation throughout your body, and this inflammation is what leads to joint pain, fatigue, and even brain fog that you might be blaming on normal aging. So when you pour that glass of milk thinking you're doing something healthy for your bones, you might actually be setting yourself up for the exact opposite result. The type of milk matters more than ever, and most people are choosing based on habits from decades ago when their bodies worked completely differently. But which types are the real troublemakers? The first one that needs to go from your fridge immediately is flavored milk. And yes, that includes chocolate milk, strawberry milk, or any milk with added flavors. I know it tastes good and feels like a treat, but here's what's really happening inside your body. These flavored versions are loaded with added sugars, sometimes containing 20 to 30 grams per serving. And at your age, these sugar spikes are absolute havoc for your blood glucose levels. Your pancreas doesn't respond to insulin the way it used to, which means that sugar stays elevated in your bloodstream longer, damaging blood vessels and increasing your risk of type 2 diabetes. Plus, that sugar rush is usually followed by an energy crash that leaves you exhausted and reaching for more sugar just to feel normal again. It's a cycle that ages you faster than almost anything else. Now, the second worst offender might surprise you because it's marketed as healthy, and that's fat-free or skim milk. Wait, isn't low fat supposed to be better? Not for seniors. When they remove the fat from milk, you lose the ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin K, which are absolutely critical for bone health and blood clotting. Without fat, the calcium in that milk largely passes right through you without being absorbed. You're essentially drinking white water with very little nutritional benefit. And if you're taking it thinking you're protecting your bones, you're missing out on what actually works. But it gets worse from here. Number 3 on the danger list is sweetened condensed milk. And I see seniors using this in their coffee or tea every single morning without realizing what it's doing. Just 2 tablespoons of this stuff packs in around 20 grams of sugar, and it's so concentrated that your body gets slammed with a glucose spike that your aging metabolism simply can't handle efficiently. This isn't just about weight gain, though that's certainly part of it. We're talking about inflammation that settles into your joints, making that arthritis pain significantly worse. We're talking about oxidative stress that accelerates cellular aging and increases your risk of heart disease. And if you're on blood pressure medication or cholesterol medication, these sugar spikes can actually interfere with how well those drugs work in your system. Now, here's number four, and this one causes arguments because people love it: rice milk. Yes, even though it's plant-based and seems gentle, rice milk is essentially carbohydrate water with almost no protein, very little calcium unless it's fortified, and a glycemic index that's even higher than regular cow's milk. For seniors who need adequate protein to maintain muscle mass and prevent sarcopenia, which is that age-related muscle loss that leads to falls and broken bones, rice milk offers you virtually nothing. You might as well be drinking sugar water. Your muscles are crying out for protein, your bones need calcium that actually absorbs, and rice milk delivers neither effectively. One more to go, and this last one might be in your fridge right now. The fifth and final milk you need to avoid is regular store bought almond milk. And before you get upset, let me explain exactly why. Most commercial almond milk that you find on grocery store shelves contains only about 2% actual almonds. The rest is water, thickening agents like carrageenan, which can trigger digestive inflammation in sensitive older guts, added sugars hiding under different names, and synthetic vitamins that your body doesn't absorb nearly as well as natural nutrients. You're basically paying premium prices for flavored water with additives. Plus, many brands add oils and stabilizers that can actually increase inflammation rather than reduce it. If you're drinking it thinking you're getting the heart healthy benefits of almonds, you're getting a fraction of what real almonds would give you. Now here's where most people make their second mistake, and this is critical. They hear about these 5 dangerous milk types and think, okay, I'll just stop drinking milk altogether. But that's not the answer either, because your body after 60 desperately needs the nutrients that the right kinds of milk can provide. You need calcium that actually gets absorbed. You need vitamin D for your immune system and bones. You need protein to maintain muscle mass. And you need healthy fats to support brain function and hormone production. The solution isn't to eliminate milk, it's to switch to the right types. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you. These next 5 options can actually help reverse some of the damage. If you're getting value from this information, make sure you subscribe to Health After 60 so you never miss crucial health insights that could add years to your active life. Before I reveal these 5 beneficial milk options, we need to talk about what makes milk actually work for your aging body, because just switching from one type to another without understanding this concept means you'll still miss the benefits. Your body at 65 is completely different from your body at 45, and the milk that supports you needs to meet 3 specific criteria. First, it needs to have an optimal calcium to magnesium ratio, because calcium alone doesn't build strong bones. You need magnesium to help your body actually use that calcium properly. Most people are shocked to learn that taking calcium supplements without enough magnesium can actually contribute to arterial calcification, which means calcium deposits in your blood vessels instead of your bones. Second, the milk needs to contain enough healthy fat to help you absorb those fat, soluble vitamins we talked about earlier, vitamin D and K in particular, which work together to direct calcium into your bones rather than your arteries. And third, it needs to provide adequate protein without triggering inflammation or digestive distress, because protein is what prevents that devastating muscle loss that leads to falls, fractures, and loss of independence. This is where most people get confused, because the marketing on milk cartons doesn't tell you any of this. They just slap on labels like heart healthy or high calcium without explaining whether your body can actually use those nutrients. The 5 milk types I'm about to share with you check all 3 of these boxes, and the first one might already be familiar to you, but you're not using it correctly. The first beneficial milk option is organic whole milk from grass-fed cows, and notice I said whole milk, not the skim version we warned you about earlier. Grass-fed whole milk contains higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which actively reduce inflammation in your body. Plus, it has that crucial fat content you need to absorb calcium and vitamin D properly. The grass-fed part matters because these cows produce milk with better nutrient profiles, including more vitamin K2, which is the vitamin that literally tells calcium where to go in your body directing it to bones instead of arteries. 1 cup gives you about 8 grams of protein and 30% of your daily calcium needs. But more importantly, your body can actually use these nutrients because of the fat content. Now, the second option is going to sound counterintuitive because it's plant-based, but stay with me here. Unsweetened organic soy milk is actually excellent for seniors, and here's why the research backs this up. Soy milk provides complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need, delivering about 7 grams of protein per cup, which rivals dairy milk. It naturally contains isoflavones that research suggests may help maintain bone density in postmenopausal women and older adults. Plus, it's naturally low in saturated fat, which supports heart health without sacrificing the protein your body desperately needs. The key is choosing organic, unsweetened versions without added oils or stabilizers, but those additions cancel out the benefits. But we're just getting started with the good options. Number 3 is one that doesn't get enough attention, and that's lactose-free dairy milk, which is perfect if you've developed that lactose sensitivity that comes with age, but you still want the complete nutrition of real dairy. This isn't some watered down substitute. It's actual cow's milk where they've already broken down the lactose for you, which means you get all the calcium, protein, vitamin D, and healthy fats without the bloating, gas, or digestive discomfort. Your body gets the same 8 grams of protein per cup and the same bone building nutrients, but without your gut having to work overtime trying to process the milk sugar. It's particularly helpful if you're taking antibiotics or other medications that affect your digestive system. Now here's number 4, and this one is a powerhouse that many seniors completely overlook: organic pea protein milk. Yes, it's made from yellow peas, but don't let that fool you because the nutritional profile is remarkable for aging bodies. Pea milk delivers about 8 to 10 grams of protein per cup, matching or exceeding dairy milk, and it's incredibly easy on your digestive system with no common allergens. It contains iron, which many seniors become deficient in, plus it's fortified with calcium and vitamin D in amounts your body can absorb effectively. The protein in pea milk is particularly valuable because it supports muscle maintenance without any of the inflammatory responses some people get from dairy or soy. If you're enjoying this information and want more practical health guidance designed specifically for people over 60, hit that subscribe button for Health After 60 right now. 2 more beneficial options to go. And now for number 5, the option that genuinely surprises most people and might just become your new favorite. Unsweetened cashew milk, but only if you choose the right kind. Unlike that watery almond milk we warned you about, quality cashew milk made with a higher percentage of actual cashews provides healthy monounsaturated fats that support heart health and help reduce bad cholesterol levels. These are the same beneficial fats found in nuts that research consistently links to better cardiovascular outcomes in older adults. Cashew milk is naturally creamy without needing thickeners or stabilizers. It's lower in calories than dairy milk, which helps if you're watching your weight. And it contains magnesium, which works with calcium to support bone health and also helps regulate blood pressure. 1 cup of fortified cashew milk gives you about 45% of your daily vitamin D needs when fortified properly, plus vitamin E, which acts as an antioxidant protecting your cells from damage. The key is reading labels carefully and choosing brands that use at least 10% cashews, have no added sugars, and are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. You want to see cashews as the first or second ingredient, not way down the list. Now, here's what most people don't realize about making this switch. You don't have to pick just one of these 5 beneficial options and stick with it forever. In fact, rotating between these different milk types throughout your week gives you the broadest range of nutrients and keeps your body from developing sensitivities. Let me show you exactly how to put this into action starting tomorrow morning. Here's your simple action plan that takes less than 5 minutes to implement. First, go through your fridge right now and check what you have. If you've got flavored milk, fat-free milk, sweetened condensed milk, rice milk, or that cheap almond milk sitting there, you now understand why those aren't serving your health goals after 60. Next shopping trip, choose 2 or 3 options from our beneficial list to start with. Maybe grab organic grass, fed whole milk for your morning coffee, lactose-free milk for cooking, and cashew milk for your cereal. Don't try to overhaul everything overnight. Just start replacing the harmful options with better choices as you run out Pay attention to how your body responds over the next 2 weeks. You might notice less joint stiffness in the morning, better energy throughout the day, easier digestion, or even improved sleep quality. These aren't coincidences. They're signs your body is finally getting nutrients it can actually use. And remember, the biggest mistake isn't choosing the wrong milk once, it's continuing to drink something that's actively working against your health goals day after day, week after week, simply because it's habit. Your body at 65 deserves better than that. If this video helped you understand what's really in your glass and how to make choices that support your longevity and independence, do me a favor and share it with another senior who needs to hear this. Make sure you're subscribed to Health After 60 because next week we're talking about the 5 worst breakfast foods that are secretly destroying your energy levels. And trust me, number 3 is probably in your kitchen right now. Take care of yourself, make that milk switch today, and I'll see you in the next one.